Hey guys, hope you have had a. Oh, sorry, that got cut off. How's everybody's weekend going? Friday was nice. I did a huge plant haul on Thursday, so a couple of days ago. But before jumping into that, I hope you're all having a good weekend. We've had so much rain here. It's just been raining for weeks, and I thought this weekend I'd change it up and do a live video, um, just to keep things interesting. And like I said, I did a huge plant haul uh, 2 days ago on Thursday at a local, pretty well-known nursery just north of Boston. They have a whole bunch of locations. And before I jump into sharing all of the different plants that I got, I just want to sort of share what happened when I went to the nursery. It's kind of crazy. So I don't know what your guys' experience has been when it comes to seeing pests um, at your local nursery, but normally, if I was sharing a plant haul video, I wouldn't have all my plants already potted up in new containers. I just would have left them in the nursery pots. But I actually saw a whole bunch of mealybugs and some spider mites on plants there, which is, I guess, not so surprising, but kind of icky at the same time. So that was on Thursday. I got about, I think, around 8 plants. When you already have as many plants as I do, that's kind of a lot. And so, yeah, I picked up around 8 plants. And then yesterday, I spent some time quarantining the plants on Thursday and then treated them Thursday. And then on Friday, yesterday morning, spent a whole bunch of time just going through inspecting all the leaves, repotting the plants in new soil, new containers, and just kind of taking care of business so that I'm not bringing any pests into my house because mealy bugs are disgusting. They look so weird. They look like they're these ancient creatures from another time, and I can't handle it. So, anyway, so these are already potted up in my pots because of the pest situation. And so that's why, if you're wondering, like, why are they all in nice pots? Well, because I already potted them up. So let's jump into this video. So like I said, I have about 8 new plants. I'm really excited to share these plants. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first one, my first new plant baby that I got is this one here. So this is, any guesses? This is a Philodendron golden goddess, they call it. And it has these um, like neon green yellow, or chartreuse if you're being bougie, sort of leaf color. And like I said, it's a philodendron. The leaf shape is just awesome. And this one's pretty big. These are, pretty crazy climbers. So I threw in a couple of moss, just like some stakes, not moss poles. What am I talking about? Some bamboo stakes, and I kind of left one kind of trailing. I don't know where I'm gonna put this. It did occur to me to put this in my husband Jeff's office, but I guess I have to figure out the light situation first. But yeah, so this is the first plant that I got. It just reminds me of like my neon pothos, and I think it's just going to be a good addition to change up the color and keep things exciting. So there you go, philodendron, golden goddess, climber, got some stakes in there, and that is plant number one. And the next plant that I got, I actually already subdivided it into two because it was pretty big, and when I was potting it up, it was just kind of easily separated. So I ended up picking up a Hoya Ratusa, which is kind of like the Hoya linearis, or I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I think you know what I mean if you're familiar with Hoyas. And so, like I said, this was originally one plant in a sort of like a hanging nursery pot that it came in. And Hoyas are notoriously, you know, at risk of getting pests. So I really was diligent when I was potting these, and like I said, I subdivided it into two. So I'm really excited, and these aren't obviously the most ideal containers for these plants, and that's okay. You know, I did what I could to sort of mitigate that, but I think they'll be fine in here for the time being. I know what I'm doing, so I'm not too worried. But I think Hoyas are just amazing. If you're not familiar with them, I've done a couple of videos on them, and the flowers are just so spectacular. They're like these weird kind of waxy grouped bunch of flowers, and they're just like the coolest thing. So really happy to add this to the collection. Like I said, most people probably put these in hanging baskets. I've got these in these weird sort of like, you know, plastic IKEA thing with not the greatest drainage. So they're not going to be in these forever. I'm actually short of some pots. I need to pick up some new ones. So if you have any beautiful hanging pot suggestions, please do share in the comments, because I could hang these, or I could put these on my high up on my plant shelf and then let them kind of trail down. But yeah, these are pretty cool. It's not like your typical sort of Hoya, what you think of when you think of a Hoya. So yeah, yeah, there we go. So that's the second plant, even though it's kind of like the second and third. This is the second plant that I subdivided. Ooh, the next one I'm really excited about. So lately I've been spending a lot of time kind of upping my fern game, and ultimately that kind of means making sure I have like the right humidity conditions. And when I saw this at the nursery, I was really excited about it. And so I picked up this Maidenhair Fern, and it kind of has like this lace. I don't know if it looks like lace or not, but it has these thin black stems, which are very reminiscent of, if you saw my heartleaf fern video, it has like basically virtually the same type of black stem, which I just think is so trippy and cool. So yeah, some of this foliage isn't actually looking so great, but I'm not sure exactly why. But yeah, some people say it looks like lace. So yeah, I probably got to throw this guy in some humidity. But yeah, really excited about this. I think ferns are just like totally underappreciated and undervalued. And yeah, see, this is not cool. Like, what is this about? Not quite sure, but this plant's not happy right now, so we'll have to, you know, get this guy happier. But yeah, really happy to have this fern. Love it. Just different. Doesn't really look like a fern. And I mean, maidenhair ferns aren't rare or anything. They're pretty common. So, but glad to add him to my fern area. And which one did I want to show? Oh yeah. So the other couple of plants that I got, so there's still a few, but I was really excited to pick up this lemon lime Maranta, or prayer plant. Now I already have a couple prayer plants, and I love how fast growing these plants are, and some of the best, most interesting looking foliage, and just like the movement. They're called prayer plants if you're not familiar, because they close up at nighttime, and then like they kind of fold up. So I just love this, and I'll probably be doing like a whole prayer plant video soon. And yeah, so I picked up a lemon lime, and I also picked up this other Maranta, and I'm pretty sure this one's called like rabbit tracks. It's the foliage isn't nearly, I mean, I don't, it depends on your taste, I guess, but it's not as pretty in my mind, I guess, as some of the other ones, but it will be like some great contrast. And I like keeping these kind of like on the, in these like containers on my floor next to some furniture and stuff, just kind of like ground cover. And like I said, they're super fast growing. And they're just really pretty in the movement. I just kind of love them. So I'm really happy to add some more prayer plants. And like I said, I'll probably do a video on these. My Stromanthe tricolor is huge now. It's gotten so large. I've repotted it, I think 2 or 3 times, and the thing's just a huge beast. I think people have different opinions about them. Some people love them, some people don't. I think some people have a hard time getting the right care conditions for them. I'm not quite sure, but I guess I've just figured it out, and I love it. So there's those 2 prayer plants. And the next 3 I'm really excited about because they're just, I got huge variety, or like the size of each one's just large. And some of them are a little bit less common. So I got another philodendron. So this plant is amazing. I just love this. This is a philodendron. It's called like a Burle Marx. And it kind of grows in these clumps, and also has like some of the newer foliage is a little bit more neon, but it kind of grows into this neon green. And this also just reminds me of my Hartley fern in terms of the leaf shape. And like this guy's pretty big. So I can't wait to kind of figure out where I'm gonna put this. It's just a great size, and it has so much new growth coming up through the center, which is also really exciting. So I kind of saved the best for last. So this next one is another philodendron, and I was really cautious when repotting this and kind of bringing this in, because some of the other same plant that I saw at the nursery were some of the ones that were infested with pests. So I'm kind of paranoid, but really excited to have this guy. So this is another philodendron. I've already staked it up, but this is referred to as the, I hope I'm not going to butcher this name, but like the philodendron McColley's finale, I think is what people refer to it. And I think there might be a little bit of confusion because there's also philodendron Prince of Orange, and I actually do have one of those as well, even though I don't think I've shared that in a video yet. And I guess they call the Prince of Orange orange or Prince of Orange because the new foliage, like this philodendron as well, comes in this really vibrant, bright orange. Whereas I think Macaulay's finale, it's a little bit more of like a darker orange, or kind of like a orangey, ruby, burgundy color kind of thing. But the thing that makes this plant so cool to me is the sheer size of it. I have never seen a philodendron this big. Like these leaves are like at least a foot long. So let's see here. Yeah. So they come in this like on this plant, this philodendron, they come in this like dark orange color, and then they eventually turn to like the darker green color as time goes on. And then the new foliage, as you can see, there's like a new shoot right here that will come in like super bright orange, or sorry, not bright orange like the Prince of Orange, but like, darker orange like the Macaulay's finale. So yeah, but like I said, every time I look at this plant, I'm like checking for any sort of funny business going on, because I can't afford to have pests, and I really took a lot of time to kind of make sure that these are repotted in nice, appropriate soil mix that's not infested. And I just really literally spent hours yesterday, like with paper towels, some neem oil, insecticide, just going over everything. So let's hope that there's nothing insidious going on. And the 8th plant that I picked up yesterday, Now, I don't know if you follow me on social media, on Instagram, for example, Tyler Mossup at Tyler Mossup. So a few weeks ago, I posted some crazy pictures of my giant monstera. It's really big right now, and I thought this guy needs some competition in my home. And although I'm quickly running out of space for really big plants, there's still some space left. So I was got this beautiful vining plant. So it's, I don't know if any of you out there can tell, but this is called, and I'm going to also butcher this, so bear with me, a Rhaphidophora decursiva. And these are pretty popular this year. They're pretty trendy at the moment. I'm a little bit late on this trend, but I'm happy to have picked one of these up. So this is just like a baby plant, basically a starter plant. And the cool thing about these plants is they will get really large and in charge, as they say, and the leaves split. So let me just explain that a little bit better. So as time goes on and as this kind of climbs up, the leaves will slowly start to split, and the more mature the leaves get, and the bigger the plant gets as it climbs, the leaves will start to split more and more and more, and the leaves get bigger and bigger. And these leaves can get, literally, no joke, several feet large, and just a crazy amount of splits. So it's very reminiscent of like a monstera or that kind of thing over time, because the same thing kind of happens with the monstera, although they're totally not the same plants. So yeah, I really should be staking this up in a like a proper moss pool kind of situation with the sphagnum moss and that kind of thing. And I will do that, but I just wanted to get these guys safe, pest-free, and into containers. So this is where this guy's at right now. But yeah, I wish I had more terracotta pots, because I need to pick some more up, because a lot of these I would have probably preferred to put in terracotta. But yeah, finally happy to be on this bandwagon, and really excited to share progress and growth on this guy over time. So yeah, I think, yeah, that's basically it. About 8 new plants, I guess, because I subdivided some of those, basically got 9 new plants out of it. So yeah, definitely share some comments, give me some feedback. Which ones are your favorites? What do you like? What do you not like? What do you think about some of the containers I've used? Some of the baskets like this, I think, is cute. This one has plastic, and then I just kept it in a new nursery pot. And yeah, I had some of these sort of pink baskets, wiry things, or wiry, what am I talking about? Anyways, you know what I mean. They're cute. But yeah, definitely need to pick up some new stuff. But yeah, that is my plant haul. Still kind of freaked out about the pests. Have you guys seen that, when you've gone to nurseries? Or am I the only one that's like a crazy person looking under all the leaves and inspecting everything? I don't know. Leave a comment down below. Hope you guys have a awesome Saturday, and I have some really exciting new content coming out. The greenhouse that I just got is full of herbs and some fruit, and I actually got some cantaloupe, and the cantaloupe's doing really, really well. I have them in hanging baskets, so I've kind of got to figure out how I'm going to manage that when the fruit starts to come in. But yeah, check out my my greenhouse video. For those of you that don't know, my husband and I moved just outside of Boston about half a year ago onto this piece of property that's got, some land to it. So now I get to kind of, you know, uh, develop the land and get some stuff going on with it. So some of my new content that will be coming out will be related to that. And I know I've mentioned this before, but I put in a raised bed at the front of the house, and got some huge dinner plate dahlias that have been growing quite nicely. And yeah, those are coming in. So I'm going to do a video on that soon too. But anyways, that's my plant haul. And I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. That's it for me. Miss you all, and catch up soon. Bye.